Welcome to the Supercar Connection podcast. Find us on social at Supercar Connection, and full episodes drop Mondays on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Like, comment, subscribe, send us to a fellow car lover. We appreciate all of your support. I'm Gavin, this is my boy Joe, and we're here to talk about cars.
Let's get into today's crazy topics.
Yeah, there's so this week I want to jump right into news story. This week we saw the new C8 ZR1 testing on the Nurburgring.
Oh my goodness.
What do you think?
With the audio clip.
Yeah.
I mean,
with the audio clip, with the muffled muffler.
With the muffled muffler.
Because
you see the way all four tips were like
literally pointed down.
Dude.
Because they have like sound restrictions on that track.
And I imagine they probably have they're probably overdoing all the exhausts in terms of like mufflers and trying to muffle the sound as much as possible.
Right.
So they're probably I don't even know how
it's not just the track.
Right. It's
everything. They want to hide everything too, but the track is probably a big part of it. I've seen like attachable mufflers for like track days where it's like literally on the outside of the car. It looks so funny, but
that car, I mean, to be honest with you, where does one begin? Like, just the look of it, at least even with the spy like wrap on it, dude. Like
the spy wrap is not hiding much.
It doesn't. No, there's no way. I mean, the thing is, the Z06, in my opinion, is already like a drastic enough difference from the Stingray.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much more drastic the change can be. Like, for example, we're
talking about twin turboing. Think about it like this. Think about like the base Huracan, and then people that twin turbo the Huracan. How drastic of a change that is.
That's true.
That's what they're doing.
I meant cosmetically at first, but
okay.
Here's the thing, though. I have heard a ton of different ways that they're debating on doing the ZR1. Because like when I'm gonna go on a rant.
Let's hear it. All right. Yeah, I'm ready for it.
It's a rant. So back when they were already announcing, or they were beginning to flirt with the announcement of like, they're going to put the Corvette to mid-engine. They're going to re-engineer the entire car. When they started doing that, people started guessing, okay, what exactly are they going to do? Are they going to really change the setup? Are they going to redesign the motor completely? Like, everyone was debating about that. On top of that, people were debating, like, what trim levels they're going to do? What's the price point? A bunch of stuff. I remember when they did that, people were talking about they're going to make a ZR1 model, but they're also going to make a Zora model, which is like Zora Antov, which is like the guy who designed like the whole Corvette, everything. Mm-hmm. So they were talking about that being the one that's like crazy. So now what's currently happening, or the discussion, the argument amongst all the weird old Corvette guys, right, even including myself, is you have a C8 Stingray, you have a C8 Z06, and now you have a C8 E-Ray. Those are the three C8, I guess, what do you call them, trims, models, whatever.
And the E-Ray is hybrid, yeah?
Yeah. So each of them are engineered and built differently. Not completely differently, but definitely different. None of them are the same car.
They're turning it into the 911.
What they are? They're turning
the Corvette.
Kind of, to be honest with you.
Think about all the different levels. You've got like you just named all three, all built for like really a different clientele.
A different clientele, a different feel.
A different drive style. And then they're adding the ZR1, and then they're going to add the Zora on top of that.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, think about the 911 lineup. That's kind of...
Trust me, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
So now it's like, okay, the ZR1, there's a bunch of different directions they can go. Because you got to remember, C8 Stingray has 6.2 liter V8, right? Not high RPMing, more low-end torque, right?
Yeah.
Then you have the Z06, which is now 5.5 liter flat plane crank, the first flat plane crank that Chevy's ever made, dual clutch, not the first dual clutch, but it's now you're talking about 670 horsepower, RPMing to I think almost like 8,900 or 8,600, which is now you're talking about 2,000 RPMs more than the other motor, higher horsepower, but it actually has lower torque than the C8 Stingray does. Then you have the E-Ray that has the 6.2 liter with 2 electric motors in the front, all-wheel drive, the first all-wheel drive Corvette. So you have 3 different major combinations. They haven't even done the 5.5 liter with electric motor combo yet.
That'll be the Zora. It'll be twin turbo hybrid.
It'll be everything.
Flat plane crank.
What I think more than likely they're going to do, people are even saying they're going to bring back the LS9, which is the original ZR1 motor from the 2010 to 2013 models, or the 2009 to 2013 models. Mm-hmm. But I think that's just old men just floating in. But I don't think that's going to happen. What I think, in my opinion, what's going to happen is the ZR1 is going to be the 5.5 liter with twin turbos, because that's like the most traditional when you get up there, like 488.
Yeah,
that's what I pictured it's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Then the Zora will be the one that combines it all. But I don't know if they're going to go 6.2 or 5.5 because the E-Ray has a 6.2 in it. But we're talking, let's say they do let's say they do 5.5. The Zora will be 5.5 liter, twin turboed, all-wheel drive, electric motors in the front. Could you imagine that? Think about
1,000 horsepower. They're saying,
bro. Exactly. The Z06 is 670 horsepower, naturally aspirated right now. The most powerful naturally aspirated motor, and now they're going to put turbos on it. Like that car, I think the ZR1
powerful
is going to push.
naturally aspirated V8.
Huh? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Sorry. Yes. The most powerful natural. Yes. Yes. My bad. Forgot we're in the V12 world as well.
Yeah.
My bad. That's my bad.
You don't want the people coming after us.
No, that's true. I mean, they're going to come after us regardless. But I literally
we know nothing about cars.
Exactly. I've
been told 100 times now.
More than
I know nothing about cars. Hey, bro, you want to start a podcast?
Yeah, bro. Our conversations are so interesting. But even so, then that's all the different ways it's going to be engineered. Now you start talking about what are they going to be the actual cosmetic changes to the car? Like, did you notice anything? What were the things that you noticed if you have to point one of them out from the little like spy Nurburgring shots?
Just one?
Well, what was the one that you noticed the most?
The hood was the biggest thing.
The insert.
And then the extra vents behind the big vent.
I didn't even notice that. You're talking about on the side, on the quarters. Like
on the quarter. Behind the big vent, there's like a small vent.
You think that's for what? Directly to the turbos?
Maybe.
Like they're going to remember now they have to have an intercooler if they're going to do turbos.
Yeah.
So they might have one feeding it to the intercooler, and then they have one feeding it directly to the radiator or AC condenser, whatever you want to call it. My biggest thing was that wing.
Oh, the wing.
They're saying it might be like kind of like, I don't know what's the other car that has the is it the 720 that has the like the adaptive aerodynamic wing that moves? That's what they're saying.
Like
that
the P1.
Yeah, there you go, like a P1. They're like saying like something like that. They might be doing it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the 720 does as well.
I think so too. I think McLaren, like a lot of McLaren models, do it. But
can
you imagine that? That Corvette with that kind of a wing, all of a sudden it's ripping down with the canards and the way that
the
it looks.
GT3 RS does
it as well.
Yeah, it's got like DRS on it.
I'm telling you,
if we get an active wing on that car with the twin turbo, it's gonna be wild.
There's so much potential. That's like my whole point.
Yeah.
It's like I didn't even realize it till the other day. I like actually thought about it and like sat down and realized that they really have 3 drastically different C8 models out right now.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're going to come out with the one that's like everyone's been like waiting for, but like nobody knows what they're going to do. They could put turbos on the 6.2.
I guess they could.
They could. You know what I mean? Like they could technically do whatever they want.
Yeah.
Which is like, I don't even know how that would be. I mean, I imagine what it would be like because the 6.2 is probably the most common Chevy V8 in existence. They normally stick with a 6.2.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure the C7 Z06 is a 6. The LT4 is a 6.2, but it's blown. It's got a supercharger.
Yeah.
I'm almost positive. Even like the whatever.
Getting into the nitty gritty.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm excited to see what happens. I think you look at just the market. Obviously, the track cars are like a huge thing.
Huge thing.
We talked about that a couple episodes ago, but everyone's pulling out some sort of their track version. The STO, the GT3 RS. Think about how crazy the GT3 RS looks now compared to the past.
That's true.
So I don't know. And if you're looking at this Corvette, kind of the how it's camoed out right now, which I don't know how much they're changing. It looks pretty production ready with just a camo wrap on it.
That's all it looks like. Yeah.
They weren't hiding. They didn't add extra padding to try to hide things. So I'm assuming that's pretty much what we're going to get.
I feel like that's pretty accurate. I feel like in reality, it probably is production ready. They probably are like models out there that engineers are driving or they like really don't want to show anything. But because think about it, you think they switch engineer, they put the engine in the back and they're like, all right, we're just going to build this first and then we're going to build that and then we'll start.
The thing is, most of the time they put everything into like they would put that engine and everything into just a base C8 body.
Yeah. And then just
like
try it out.
And then like cut the front off to get more cooling or something.
That's what I'm saying. Like you think they came out with a C8 and then they started building the 5.5? No. Like as soon as they were like, we're switching everything, they started their construction of the 5. Like the 5.5 liter, the Z06 motor has been probably testing since 2019.
But think about what you're getting with this car.
That was a drastic one, but
you're getting potentially probably an 850 horsepower twin turbo V8.
Yep.
With all the downforce, all the track stuff, active aero, that'd be cool.
That'd be insane.
But you've got this. Think about it. You put it up against like the GT3 RS and the STO and
it's gonna smoke it, dude.
Like all these cars. I'm not going to say it's going to set the Nurburgring record.
Right.
But if it's within,
it might.
if it's within just any reasonable like amount, it's going to be half the cost.
There it is. Price point.
It's going to be half the cost.
What do you think the pricing is going to be, Gavin?
I wouldn't be surprised to see like a starting sticker price of like 180.
Starting stickers, so like 1LZ starting
if
price.
They offer a
180.
1LZ. I think
That's
they might not even. I mean, I would guess that they don't even offer like a 1LZ package on that.
I don't know, man.
But 200 is probably most likely.
You might be right.
Like.
I really don't want you to be right. Like in my head, I'm thinking they're going to do like, they'll start at like 150-ish and then they'll work their way up and you'll probably be able to get to like 220, 240 after
the C7
everything.
was already like 140.
The C7? With the ZR1?
Yeah.
That's different though. That's different.
It's different?
I mean, no, not that. Okay.
So now we got the C8 ZR1.
No, I know. Obviously it's different, but I'm saying like the ZR1 pricing was different.
Like the Z06, the new Z06 is as much as the old ZR1. So Correct. Now the new ZR1 is going to be
over.
It's going to set the bar.
But it's also MSRP though too. Like the ZR1, like with all the options, whatever they picked, it ends up near like 140. You can get as high as 140. I don't think you can get much higher than that.
That makes sense.
Think about the Z06. You can get as high. Like I've seen people go over 200 MSRP on those cars. Yes.
How do you even do that?
I don't know. I think taxes get involved, but I'm pretty sure like if you do all the
taxes get involved.
I forgot exactly what it is, dude. Like I read one guy did it and I forgot. There was like something about the states, and then on top of that, like there was literally like every single option, or maybe it's like 185 or 190. Regardless or not, you get close to 200 if you fully spec out a Z06.
All right,
but you start damn near like at what's the starting price? Like 118.
Yeah, I think so.
So think about how much of a gap that is.
It's a big gap.
So if they're going to get to 220, 240 with the ZR1, where are they going to start? If they start at 180, 200, you can probably get damn near almost to like 250, 260.
Oh, easy.
That's going to be insane.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to happen.
You don't think that's going to happen?
I really think if Corvette...
Think about 180. At 180, you're looking at a range topper of like 220. And that does not sound crazy.
No, you're not talking about range topper at 220.
You don't think so? 40 grand?
No, 118 to almost 190.
Because here's the thing.
You're talking about 70 Gs.
They're not going to offer a base package like that on this car.
Why not?
Because I don't think they will.
See, that's the thing.
Did they offer the base package on the last one?
Which package?
Like the 1L package?
Yeah.
They did?
Yeah.
On the last ZR1?
No, I'm sorry. Not the last ZR1. No. That's the thing.
That's what I'm thinking.
The ZR1 literally just came one. Like
it'll either be like that, and like 3LT will be standard,
right?
Or 3LZ,
whatever you want to call it,
will be standard. Or
you're probably right. Now
they might have a 2, and you can upgrade to the 3, unless which maybe they are going to try to hit the mass market with it, and just because last time it was way more limited. Maybe they're just going to open the floodgates on this thing,
which they should.
And maybe you would see a 1LZ package offered.
Maybe.
But my guess is...
Yeah, you're probably right.
They're gonna pre-package it.
My problem with that specifically is just like, for example, obviously when they redesigned the Corvette, they're trying to change the image and the brand of Corvette. Obviously.
Yeah.
But they're just, in my opinion, they're just going overboard, in my opinion.
Like, you think so?
Yeah, like, okay, the markup on the Z06 right now is like really one of the more messed up things. Like, I get it. Like, the opportunity's there. You got to make bread. I get it. But like, one thing that shouldn't change is like what a Corvette is, like what a Corvette is meant to be. It's meant to be like an American sports car that is achievable for the average American, quote unquote.
Yeah.
That's why old men have them, because they were kids and they idolized getting the car. And let's say they even just worked a 9 to 5. After that time, they reward themselves with the Corvette.
Yeah.
But now we're getting to a point where they're becoming like Ferrari, where like you literally, like, how do you get your hands on one? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they can
But I don't think it's not really their fault.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That part I get, the markup on the Z06, but it is their fault. The production of those cars, when they first started, they should have been like pumping them out.
But the demand has never been as high as it is today.
That's fair.
I think that's
fair.
Think about how many Z06 they cranked, like C7 Z06s they cranked out, but was that car ever back ordered? Maybe at the very beginning.
I mean, we're also way before like COVID. It wasn't even a concept.
Yeah.
So like
that part, a different world.
Right. That's what I said. There was a different world back then. That part I get, But they're just, I think GM's not doing enough to try to like pull the reins back. Like I think they kind of like were like, let's throw this out there, and everyone's like taken off with it. Like for example, they can, if they want to, they could easily tell every dealership with markup, do not mark the car up, or you will not get any more allocations. And then make the car actually not like attainable, but like more attainable for the fact that people like right now, no markups, nothing will be on the market.
But they're not. They would never do that.
Exactly.
Because they want their dealers to be happy.
They should though. They should. Because
the thing.
That's greed. The over the top, the markup is the over the top greed.
Can I give you my side of it? Because I know you could talk about the Corvette.
I can talk about, yeah, go ahead.
For the next 5 episodes?
Probably, honestly. Yeah, probably.
So I feel like they still have that with the base offering. Like you look at the C8 Stingray, like the performance-wise, the comfort, the livability, all those things, how it looks. I know you see a lot of them on the road. So unless you make yours look special, it's not going to look special.
What is looking special?
Yours looks pretty special. You got a good looking one.
I'm going to go ahead and say that please at me and find a better looking C8 than mine. I hope we can throw that out there.
Yeah, don't visit Gabe Florido.
Gabe's is nice. It's
not
just
as good as yours? You don't think it's good as yours?
If you like that look.
Okay.
I don't think it looks that good when it's bagged to the ground with those wheels like that. But
maybe we'll spec check it next week. We'll spec check yours against
mine against Gabe's, and then we'll throw somebody else in there. I think there's a guy. I don't want to get too deep into it. That's next week.
But like that package is really great. And I know a lot of people hate on it because it's a Corvette. And
you're saying like C8 Stingray package?
Yes.
That car.
The C8 Stingray package for the price, like you're getting that caliber of car under $100,000 is really crazy.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
And then the Z06, obviously the markup is what it is. They can't really do anything about it.
They can.
They can do something about it, and they're not going to.
There it is.
But look at the sticker price of that car. Eventually, people are going to be able to pay sticker. Eventually.
Do you think so?
Hopefully. But look at the sticker price of that car.
No, I get it.
There's a reason people are paying markup, because what are your other options?
That's what I'm saying. But like, look what you literally just said about the C8 Stingray, like getting that car under $100,000 or for that price is insane. That is literally what Corvette is. It's
right.
What it's supposed to be. Like, think of a C7 Z06.
But the C7 Z06, you could option up to 120.
You could, but you could also get it for below 80, 90, or maybe like low 80s. 650 horsepower at that price.
Yeah.
That's the Corvette brand.
At that time, too.
At that time, exactly.
When did the Z06 first come out? 17?
Which one, the C7s?
Yeah. 15?
I want to say 15 because I don't think they were out in 14. I think 14 was just a Stingray. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I think for sure 15 is there.
Think about that time in the market, because from like 17 to 20, we got so many cars.
We did get a lot of cars.
With 650 horsepower and go 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. Like in 2015, that was more rare.
A lot more rare.
4 seconds to 60 was a fast car in 2015.
I think fast is aggressive, but it was quick. Yeah. I think fast is like mid threes, because 4 is like, I don't know.
Right, but think about like that. Think about the.
Not to just completely throw your point out.
Think about like that gen Camaro Z01.
Oh, dude, are you kidding me? Z01, the Camaro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that car was ridiculous.
But
they put the same motor in it
compared to the next gen. I mean the one before that, the one that was like.
Oh, the muscle car, the fifth gen Camaro.
Yeah.
The muscle car one.
Yeah.
The one that I had.
The one that you had.
Okay. Yes.
What was that? 495?
No, dude. That was almost 600. I
really?
know I just cussed my mouth, but that was almost 600. It was like 5. Wow, I should know this. It was an LSA in it. So it was pushing like, I want to say it was like kind of a weird number, like 580 something. But I remember I put an airbox on it. So I was like 600. I was like, it's got 600. But that was 600 horsepower back then.
Yeah.
But those cars were
nearly as fast as the one that they put the Z06 engine in.
Well, that's the thing, because that car back then, that car was so heavy.
Yeah.
Like, for example, the year Camaros and Corvettes you're talking about, or I guess Camaro with Corvette, there was a drastic difference between the Corvette and the Camaro in the sense of like the Camaro was a legitimate muscle car and the Corvette was a sports car. Like there was a big difference. Now, or at least not now, but the 6th gen Camaro with the C7, they're a lot, the distance between the looks of it, not the looks of them, but they're a lot closer than they were the other time.
Yeah.
Because think about what the 6th gen Camaro looks like. It's more of a sports car. Like literally a 6th gen ZL1 and a C7 Z06, they have the same engine.
Yeah.
Motor. They have the same LT4 in it. And normally, because the muscle car look for the Camaro, it's a lot heavier than the Corvette. That's the whole point of the difference. But the Camaro, the 6th gen, they did it. Now I realize the big grand scheme of things. They redesigned that Camaro to fit more of a sports car look because they knew they were taking the Corvette to the next echelon.
Yeah.
So they were like, we need to push the Corvette up, and we'll bring the Camaro with it. So that way, people that are still in that what would have been a nice low end Corvette have a replacement with like a really top end Camaro.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Is that not genius?
Yeah.
I just thought about that.
So I have one more thing on the like the Z06 ZR1, but I think it's kind of related to what we're going to talk about in the market.
Hit me.
You want to wait until the market convo?
Nope.
Just want to jump into
We're
it.
right here.
Okay.
Throw it at me.
Spec check's going to be a little late today, but who cares?
Sorry, guys.
So, because you wanted to chat about like what affects the market and how like that whole dynamic.
Correct.
And this is what they're really doing. Yes, there's like the affordable element, making it achievable for everyone. But I mean, think about the C7 ZR1 being $130,000. That's not like the common man's car.
Right. It's not. It wasn't meant to be though.
So this one's not really meant to be either. Even the Z06, maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. But like,
I'm contradicting myself. But yeah, I think you have the right point.
Think about the Z06. They're pricing it in comparison to the rest of the market. When the last Z06 came out, like supercars, I mean,
yeah, like Huracans were under 200.
Yeah,
and like a lot of them were under 200.
Yeah, you could get a Gallardo for like 120.
I'm pretty sure you could have got a Gallardo.
You could have got an old one,
right? Like
for
a super used Gallardo.
But you could get like a really late year, like 14, really low mileage.
All the special trims that 2014 Gallardo had. I forgot what they call it, like the Super Leggera or something like that, right? You're the Lambo guy. You should know this.
Yeah.
Isn't it like a 2014 Gallardo Super
Trofeo Stradale STS, the red one?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah,
most of them were painted in Rosa Mars. That's the Nurburgring. The Nurburgring.
You are literally speaking a different language to me right now. You know that? When you start talking in Lambo, I'm gonna make that a dialect.
That's a whole language.
Lambo.
So think about like the supercars you could get at that price range at that time, right?
Yeah.
So it was priced accordingly. Now those same Gallardos that would have been 130 a few years ago,
right,
are 180, 190 today.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I mean, but
they haven't gotten any newer.
Not to contradict every point you make, but is that the cars or is that the economy?
It's the economy.
So I'm saying, like, I don't know. In my opinion, like, I guess inflation and the economy and the way everything's gone, it causes a direct correlation to everything. So yes, but at the same time, I don't know. In my opinion, they're just pushing the C8 a little too far into the realm that they were built. Like the whole point of the Corvette brand, in my opinion, what I believe from what I know, they want the car to be as performance crazy as possible, and they want the car to be as cheap as they can because they want to be able to be like, you can get this for this that will destroy Ferrari's base whatever, or whatever you could get at 4 times, 3 times the price. Like Corvette prided themselves on that. You get me?
I don't know about destroy Ferrari.
But like, dude, a C7 Z06 will destroy, I don't even know. Like, okay, a 2015 C7 Z06 will absolutely destroy a 2015, what was, like, not, a 458.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
Dude, what do you mean not probably? It will. My Ferrari versus any C7 Z06, I'll get blown.
Yeah, because you're not wrong.
More low-end torque at 650, okay?
Yeah.
Now, granted, I might get a little bit of a better start than them because that's a lot of power to put down. That's the C7 Z06's problem. That's Corvette's problem.
Right.
That's why they re-engineered
those wheels spin.
So I'm saying, you know the feeling. That's one of the cars you've driven the most. So you know that when you give it gas and like you really don't grip, then all of a sudden you grip and you look down, there's 40 on the dash. You're like, I haven't gone anywhere. Anyways, that car versus my Ferrari, literally, like, I'll get my doors blown off.
Yeah.
But think about the price difference now. What I paid for my Ferrari and a C7 Z06. So again, that's the whole point of the Corvette brand, is to be able to get something that will destroy the exotics at price points that you can actually be like.
And for people that complain about the image, again, that's kind of the whole point.
Yeah, I guess. Maybe I don't know what
you just hate to admit it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like both sides.
I mean, like the Corvette does not have the same image as a 458.
It doesn't. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
So why are they trying to push it? Like, I get the image change. I get into a higher market, but they're trying to go all the way up and literally sit with Lambo and Ferrari. No.
But they're going to do it at a discount.
They're going to do it at a discount. But the thing
It's
is,
still going to be a discount.
but it's like, we used to be like 70% off. Now we're like 25% off.
25% off? Because I feel like all those cars have gone up so much too. You're 50% off.
Okay, that's fair. To like this, okay, now I get what you're saying. 2023 model, 2024 models comparison, yeah, you're still super cheap. Because what is a brand new like F8 go for? MSRP. Is that like mid threes?
I have no clue.
I want to say it's probably mid threes.
You think so?
Yeah, because I know the
feel
market somewhat. Like I can keep
But they
up with
sell
them.
they sell for fours, right?
They do.
New.
There's used ones for fours now.
Yeah, that's wild.
But that's what I'm saying. But I also don't know, to be honest with you. I'm not as caught up with the new model Ferraris. I'm kind of obsessed with like my older one.
Yeah.
But I don't even know like what options, like how extensive Ferrari's option list is.
Ferrari's option list is unlimited.
It is, right?
Yeah.
I mean, now I know the cars are a lot more technological. Like Ferrari's like really leaned into like the whole like interior tech and stuff like that.
Because you can have them do anything.
Can you?
Like to the car? Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll custom option pretty much anything.
Awesome.
If you're like, I just want the door handle to be a different color leather than everything else, they'll do it. They'll
true.
charge you like $8,000 to do that.
Happily.
Because I've seen like Ferrari window stickers with like over $200,000 in options.
Something ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Because like the VIN, not the VIN like plaque, but and all Ferraris got like it's called like the personalization plaque, and then it literally lists the options. And like you see a bunch of stuff. Like I'm pretty sure mine has like a little badge from like some delivery, and it's got like the original owner's name on it. I can't disclose that, but like it's like instead of having, I think the actual basic non-optioned up one says like World Champ Ferrari on it, and mine one says literally like World Champ, and then it's got a guy's like initials on it. So I can imagine what that option costs. What do you think that would cost? A little plaque difference? 5 bands?
I wouldn't doubt it. It depends on what metal you choose.
I was to say, yeah. Oh my goodness. But again, my whole thing is, I think everything you said, there's 100% validity to it.
Yeah.
But I also think there's validity to what I've said.
Yeah.
I think it just depends on, maybe I'm coming at it with the perspective of like a baby boomer, like what the car was built for, like that generation of people. Like
I think you're a true Corvette lover.
I am, like, because I grew up, my grandfather was obsessed with those cars. Like I've literally, he's had one since I've been born, like at all times.
Yeah.
He's had at least one. Sometimes he's had like 4. So like I couldn't avoid it.
Yeah.
So I know a lot about him, and I know the history and stuff. And this might be a little messed up for people who maybe have never like really thought about what I'm about to say. The Corvette is a baby boomer era car. The baby boomers, they're the generation that's towards the end of their lifespan. So Corvette probably looked at that and was like, all right, we need to rebrand ourselves to whatever fits the modern era of people.
They had to go for a younger crowd.
They had to go for a younger crowd. And again, great move by their part, because that's the right move. But they literally were like, we got to throw these old guys out. Like just whatever they think is what they should do, let's do the opposite. Let's make the car crazy loud. Let's make it, I mean, think about what the Z06 looked like. With all that aero, like that's never, I mean, the Z06 C7 had a little bit of aero, but like high wing, all the stuff it has now, that's a little out of Corvette's lane, you know what I mean?
Think about even the like the old ZR1, the C7 ZR1.
Yeah, with
like
that wing.
When me and my dad went and looked at the C7 ZR1, his impression of all the add-ons was negative.
Right. He was like, they're overdoing it.
I was like, what do you mean? This is incredible.
This looks sick. Yeah. Thank you. Because my old man said the same thing. He's like, I don't know why they made the front end look like that.
Yeah, I don't like this wing. I don't like all this. I don't like this stuff
Carbon
on
fiber.
the bottom. I'm like,
literally.
You don't like those side skirts?
That's what I'm saying.
You don't like that splitter?
That's exactly.
Come on now,
dude. He's like, why is the one blue? He's like, I don't like it. And then that exact concept is literally what I'm talking about. And I don't know if anybody, maybe it's a little more common than I think, but in my opinion, I feel like no one talks about that.
Yeah.
It's like the hidden thing that nobody wants to say out loud. But like Corvette branch, GM was literally like, we are done with the baby boomers. We need to attract our new crowd. Let's go full-fledged. Which, I mean, if that's what they're going to do, then that's what they're going to do. Because now even money and everything is different because of inflation, the way people make money. Think about baby boomers, career paths, and most baby boomers, real estate, whatever you want to call it. And now the younger generation, e-commerce and all that stuff, money's printed, bro. Money's not even real. But that's a whole different topic.
Yeah, I'm still trying to find the printer, but
You'll find it.
it's out there. I know that.
It's coming.
There's so much money that just that crosses paths on the internet every day.
Dude, I'm telling you. See, that's the thing.
You just have to put your rain bucket in the right spot
And just try to catch something.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's because I don't want to talk about too much about just money in general because cars is what we do here. But like, you can look at it from every angle. Like in reality, there's a ton of poor people, and the greater the population is poor. But when you start getting into the levels of money, you realize there's a lot of people with a lot of money. There's so much money out there. It's ridiculous. Like, I think not even to quote Tate, but like I've seen a quote where he says that. He goes, you have no idea. When I didn't have money, I could buy everything. Like, I had availability. Now that I have money, everything's back ordered, sold out, not available. Everything's already bought up. Because literally there's that exact dynamic.
Yeah.
There we go. Dynamic.
All the young people want that money.
I know, right? Young money.
You want to roll in a spec check?
Yeah, let's roll in a spec check. Cool. I think we've delayed it long enough. They've heard me rant long enough.
Yeah.
Again, reminder for everybody that made it this far and is still watching everything. All the cars that we were going to talk about here on Spec Check, if you're driving, you're listening to this in your car, go to our Instagram. We post it all the time the week prior leading up to when we drop the episode. So that way you can follow along.
Yeah, on Sunday.
On
day
Sunday.
Before.
Exactly. You can hear me talk crap about me not knowing anything about the way cars look and me hating everything that Gavin likes and Gavin hating everything I like. Is this a 296 GTB?
It is. We've got a baby blue 296 GTB. I think this is Azuro Dino would be the paint. Oh, Azuro California metallic.
Dude, this is a little off topic from the spec specifically. I have not paid a lot of attention to this specific model Ferrari.
Yeah.
But I'm not looking at a Ferrari, dude. That is a Ford GT.
Yeah,
That's a Ford GT.
I thought that when this first
I
came
never
out.
have really looked at it like this. That's a Ford GT. Okay, yeah. I don't want to get too
Look at that rear.
That's a Ford GT.
Look at that.
I don't care what everybody says. That literally looks exactly like a Ford GT.
You mean like the 05 Ford GT?
Yeah, the older one. The one from the movie.
But yes, look at this that rear.
That's literally
that rear
a Ford
body
GT.
line.
That's literally Ford GT. Even the front end. How good. It's so long and then it comes down.
But what do you think about this spec?
Honestly, the spec is beautiful.
I think so too.
I think it's I'm a little bit more biased now because I actually like the yellow because I have a Ferrari and it's like the yellow's there and I kind of like it. Before I would lean away from yellow.
The blue's one of the best with yellow.
The blue is beautiful. And these types of blues are growing on me too. They really are.
It's so rare that you see a Ferrari in a crazy, not crazy color, but anything other than white, black, silver,
absolutely.
Red, yellow.
Again, this is now Ferrari's now changing their brand to be more like this.
To see something like spec like this and this baby blue with the yellow calipers and the gloss black wheels, gloss black accents, this I think is beautiful.
Can I be honest with you though?
What?
The only way this could get better is can you go to the original shot? If they blacked out the top, like the two-tone top look, and like where the pillar starts black with a windshield, and they just continued, like they ran the black through that body line up by the gas tank, is what I'm assuming that is.
Yeah.
That cut, if it was black, it'd be perfect.
Perfect.
If you look at like everything that I've owned and like what I have now, the two-tone look is like my favorite look. But what people don't realize, when you do the two-tone look, because the top of the car, you hit one point where the whole top of the car is black, especially if you have your windows tinted dark enough, the car looks lower because the actual bright color, the actual paint job starts lower and it ends lower. So the entire car, even though nothing has changed with the height, it looks lower and aggressive because you have that cutoff black where the body lines just shine and the actual paint is not spread out as much.
You know, another thing that helps you look lower, this is probably a contentious opinion, but I heard
hit me.
Frank Stephenson, I think is his name. He's the designer of the P1.
Oh, okay.
He talked about this in
saying Graham Stephenson.
a video. No, Frank. He was talking about this in one video that talking about car designs. I was watching because this is the type of content I consume.
That's your Friday night?
That's my Friday night, watching legendary designer Frank Stephenson critique car designs of the modern era. Anyway, he was saying how like these side skirts, if you do them body color, it makes the car look lower. Because think about how like carbon or black.
Dude, you just built on my thing.
Right.
It looks lower because the paint starts lower.
Right.
So like think about that. If you did that body color and then you did the top black.
Because the paint's like let's say the paint's 8 inches from the ground in this, but if it's if that splitter or that side skirt is painted,
It's 4 inches.
then it's like, yeah,
I'm
4
telling you,
inches. above the
That's
ground.
it. That exact concept is exactly what I'm talking about. If you black out the top and you do that, your car would look 10 times lower, and all you did was just do cosmetics.
And if you think about the P1, the side skirts are like a sliver of carbon.
Yeah.
It's not
blend.
thick. Like
No,
the
they
paint
blend.
goes all the way down, and then you
blend.
just have like this carbon
Little slit.
like ledge.
Whatever you're doing with your hand.
Yeah,
Slit.
you know what I'm
Slit.
talking
Yeah,
about.
exactly. Ledge. I call it a slit, but
That makes sense. I
Right.
like slit. It's like
ledge? Did you say ledge?
because it comes out. I don't know. What do you think about this interior? Is black and yellow.
I like this a lot too. I mean, to
Clean.
be honest with you, Ferraris
Simple,
don't, in my opinion,
clean.
don't really need the craziness. I don't mind like red interior. That's my favorite, but like even this is clean because it ties in with the design of the car.
That's clean.
That's really clean,
Here's another question for you. This
me.
might take us down another topic.
which I'm down for.
We don't
Hit
have
me.
to stay on it too long.
Hit me.
These Ferrari interiors are getting so modern tech, and I'm wondering if that's a smart move.
To be honest with you, if you
I've
want,
heard
you
the
want my
steering-
honest opinion?
I've heard like the UI, like using these with all the touch buttons on the steering wheel. I heard it sucks.
Really?
Yes,
To be honest with you, it's crazy. I've heard the opposite.
really.
I mean, this car specifically, I haven't been spent too much time with this model, like, or I learned. Not that I didn't care, but I just whatever reason I didn't dive into it.
Yeah.
This car supposedly is a hybrid, but it's like a hybrid to the point where you could literally see the little switch button where you can change the modes.
Yeah.
Up there, right above it, I believe there's like a curved one, or it might be on the left, on the bottom side of the Ferrari, where you could literally tap a button and it goes complete EV, and then tap a button where it goes complete motor, or tap a button and it goes blend.
Yeah.
That's insane.
So that's one thing. I just mean more about like using, because everything's a touch button. Like there's no physical like knobs or switches
Something like
anymore.
that. No, I think it's fine.
Like
dude.
even on the steering wheel, they're all touch.
There are no
The-
buttons.
The engine start button. Look at that. It's not a.
Yeah.
It's just flat screen.
Literally that.
It's like
That might be the
tapping
only
your
thing that's
iPhone
kind of
screen.
lame. That's kind of lame. That's the only thing that's kind of lame. Okay, I'll tell you my honest opinion from someone who owns an older Ferrari that has like a raw interior, like with very little technology, to compare to this. This is needed.
so. I don't. Yeah.
This is needed. You don't understand.
Don't get me wrong. Like the because you can have all the new technology, but not overdo it
Overdone.
with touchscreen.
Like, I think just to be stupid, I think that start button thing is really disappointing.
Yeah.
Like that red start button is kind of like the fun of it.
Yeah. You want the. I mean, that's
Yeah,
why
same thing with
Lamborghini
the
put
Lambo.
a cover
Like
on it.
Lambo literally made it like a
Yeah,
jet
like
engine.
you flip this up and
It's
push
cool.
the button.
You know what I mean? Like that's
Feels
part of the
good.
thing that just it's like the little intricate little details. Do you know how wild it is to not realize, not because not that we're reliant on it, but like it's just such a convenience having a backup camera for everything.
I don't have a backup camera.
That's what I'm saying. I've always had a backup camera. I've been blessed to have cars that always have even my Corvette, like it's backup camera. Then I completely didn't even realize it doesn't have a backup camera. I'm getting into it. Remember I told you the concept, like having the car that much value, you kind of like, you treat it differently. I put it in reverse and then realized I don't have a backup camera. So now I'm sitting in this car, like trying to look back and the glass is like,
You can't see anything.
you can't see anything. I haven't learned the depth of the car yet. I'm just driving it for the first couple times.
Do you have sensors?
No.
You don't even.
I don't got shit. That's the problem. I ain't got shit. That's the problem. You don't realize how bad it is.
I at least have sensors.
I don't have sensors. Yours is a 15.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm a 10. Bro, you know how wild it? I didn't realize exactly. Like, obviously, I didn't really care because I was like, it's a freaking 458. Like, I don't care about the little details. But now that I'm on the posh side and I've had it for a while, backup camera is so needed. It's ridiculous. Dude.
Backup cameras needed. I'm not saying not have a backup camera.
it's ridiculous.
I'm not talking about the basics.
That's what I'm saying.
You can still have CarPlay. You can have
Right.
Bluetooth.
I ain't got
all these things.
Dude, the radio. I don't have
without
Bluetooth.
having everything being touched on the steering wheel.
I don't have Bluetooth.
You don't have Bluetooth.
There's no Bluetooth.
You have to plug it in.
I have
You have
no,
an
no,
aux
no.
cord.
There's no aux.
There's
That's what I
nothing.
mean. Like the Bluetooth is phone. Like I can get phone calls.
Yeah, yeah.
But there's no like aux.
You don't
like
have an aux cord?
There's no connection hardwire, or there technically is. What there is
So what do you do? Listen to the radio?
Well, there's pre-downloaded songs from the original owner that had similar music taste as me, which is I think is convenient. And then there's CDs. Bro, they have an adapter that you can plug in. I think it's the glove compartment if I'm not mistaken. 'Cause
Yeah.
I haven't really even messed with it yet. It's like a little receiving unit that you plug into where like a CD would go, and it has like a little Bluetooth extension that you can then Bluetooth to that, and then it will send the signal to feed it. But I haven't even done it yet.
So I probably asked you the wrong question.
You did.
I didn't
Yes.
mean not having updated technology.
You just said technology, and then I
Yeah.
went on a rant because I hate not having a backup
That's
camera.
fair. I just meant how everything's everything's
buttons.
touchscreen now.
Yes.
Because like if you look at like the Chiron or a Pagani,
It's all buttons, right?
everything's buttons and switches.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, but that's also
that will never get old.
I don't know.
Like
I mean,
even in my car,
well, you're talking about craftsmanship and limited quantity vehicles versus Ferrari. Again, it is still limited quality or quantity, but they're still pushing a lot of units.
yeah,
So they care like Bugatti is like a building experience. Like
that's what people
Koenigsegg
don't
is a
realize. The
building
screens
experience.
are probably cheaper than
They
the buttons
are.
and the switches.
They
'Cause
are.
It's just, we just got to put
It's
one screen there.
technology. You put one big screen in there, and
And it's 18 buttons. I don't have to make
exactly.
18
And the computer can control all of it. Versus having the buttons, you need individual connections and wires running.
But like a switch in a car, not necessarily a button or a knob, but a
Right.
switch. I have a couple like my what's it called? My lock unlock and like
Right.
my AC
Like actual, like,
are like
switches?
little switches. It feels so cool.
Dude, think about a Pagani.
The little thing.
Have you seen the inside of a Pagani?
Yeah.
They look like World War II fighter jets inside, but like somehow modern, but like a fighter jet. And then the outside looks like, you know,
I think that's all I want. I want all I want CarPlay. I want a backup camo. I want all that stuff, but I want buttons and switches.
you have no idea how much I now take for granted.
Yeah.
The backup camera.
You have to back into everything.
I do, and that's the thing. That's the scary part.
I back into every parking spot.
I back into everywhere too, but the problem is I'm still learning the depth. So like I'm just so scared when I'm backing up that I'm just gonna hear my rear valance just go, and then I'm literally like on a parking stub.
Yeah.
You know how lame that is gonna be? I'm
That's
pulling
gonna-
up somewhere.
Yeah.
And somebody hears me just crack it, and I look, and I literally destroy my thing because I just can't see exactly the depth.
That'll
Or
be
a
tough.
valet. Like imagine we go to valet, you valet that car, and someone who doesn't really know how to drive it, they just try because they don't have a backup camera. I'll die if I get my car back from valet and I look and I'm like, my
Have you had to
balance is
back
trash.
out of a parking spot?
It was very
Like
difficult.
into a lane of traffic?
Dude, I think the worst thing I've done so far was I was leaving a very like crowded place, and like I had my car parked like in the front, and I got in, and like it was like they had wedged it in between cars, the valet did, but then they didn't move anything for me. So like I had to like, I couldn't tell the depth in front of me or the depth behind me, and there's like a million people watching me leave, and I was like literally like, and then like reverse, like I made like a 20-point turn to get out of a parallel parking spot.
Yeah.
Because I literally was trying to be so cautious. I said, if I hit any of these cars next to me in front of everybody, it's over for me.
Modern technology.
Take it for granted.
Second
What's the next
second
part?
spec check. Back to the grind.
Let's hit it.
We've had a lot of 765s, and I'm sorry for that.
Dude,
But there's so many crazy specs on 765s.
there's a difference between crazy and idiotic. This is ridiculous, Gavin. This is you threw this in here just to piss me off. Like this is a direct target at me.
I think it kind of pisses me off too, to be honest.
Dude, what is going on here? I mean, don't get me wrong. The paint job, because I know that's factory paint.
Yes.
That's insane
I'll take the paint job.
by itself.
The
But then they were just
interior-
like, let me just piss everybody
The
off.
interior, if it was matte black, I'd take.
I'd take. Not this. And then the wheels, the wheels is literally just the absolute cherry on top.
Yeah,
The big, just like,
This is not the right application to put these wheels on.
nope.
Again, you make this car matte black. I'll take it with that interior, and I'd have to see it with these wheels, but
Yeah.
maybe with these wheels.
You like these wheels more than that. You know, I hate this color wheel.
I don't really love
I
it.
hate it.
I don't really love this. This is a little too on like the yellow
It's
side
not
of
bronze
bronze
it's not
for me.
bronzy. Yeah, it's not bronzy enough.
It's not dark enough.
That's fair.
But I'm with you.
this is disgusting.
The interior with a black would be sick. The paint,
I mean, the turquoise is cool. It's just
the
like
paint would be sick.
they picked the most drastic stuff. And
I just
put
don't
it
know why they
together.
put it together.
That's what I'm saying. Like if everything else was like if the highlight was the interior, the rest of the car was all black.
Yeah, that's really if you're gonna go with a crazy interior, you have to go for a simple exterior,
Yeah.
and vice versa.
Right. I think the only combination that looks insane is Rapide Blue on a Z06 with dripped red interior. But
Red and blue kind of works like that, though.
yeah, like
This is
Superman
just
style.
like, what are they doing?
I don't know what they're doing.
What are they doing?
This is the definition of I can have whatever I want. I
Tiff-
don't care about your opinion.
And by the way, again, if you're driving, go look at this on our on the gram. We post on Sundays before the
Yes.
episode comes out. But Tiffany blue interior with the like the McLaren color shifting
Paint.
purple and blue paint
with yellow bronze wheels.
gold bronze wheels.
Gold bronze wheels.
It's
And carbon.
it looks like a 12-year-old designed it.
Literally.
Spec'd by a 10-year-old.
Literally. Like literally they probably like some kid was turning 18 and they were like, you have no budget, do whatever you want. And he was like, this is what I want.
So
That interior is clean though, dude.
the interior,
Please go back to the tips. Are the tips gold?
the tips,
Oh my gosh.
the tips are gold,
Oh my gosh.
and the McLaren badge.
Dude, what are they doing?
I don't know. This is wild.
Please get this out of my face. Can we go on to the next thing?
Over
I
the
can't do
top.
this. Thank you. Thank you. This is now we're talking.
What do you think about this? We got all black. This Chiron is completely black.
Pure Sport? What is this? It's not
This-
a Pure Sport, no?
No, this is just
This is a
Chiron.
base Chiron.
Yeah, and the whole car.
Base Chirons are going for 4.5?
Well, this is like a special edition.
Is it? Oh, I didn't see that. My bad.
La Voltor Noir.
Bless you.
It is all black. Everything.
Okay, that's super clean.
It's matte black.
With
it's
carbon.
Carbon and black.
That's
Carbon
pretty
and
nice,
matte
dude.
black. Black wheels. Black trim.
It's nice.
Black interior. Black stitching. Black switches.
Everything.
Everything's black.
I don't know, man. See, like when we get to talk about these certain specs, like it's really hard to like we're sitting here critiquing this, like this could be anything and it would be beautiful. Because again, you're talking about the craftsmanship of these hypercar level cars. They're made so beautifully that literally they could be any color. Like Tate's Bugatti, that's bronze. Nobody thought that would look that good, and then
This
they made
could-
it and I was like, that looks.
This could be anything. It could be beautiful. I think this is beautiful
It is.
itself.
It's gorgeous.
The problem is if I'm spending $4.5 million on a Bugatti, I don't think I'm just going make everything black.
I agree with you.
That's my problem.
If we're there, we could do that. I absolutely agree with you.
And like for me, that's kind of like the ethos of spec check. It's not like
It is.
necessarily. I mean,
You just used the word ethos, and that was a beautiful use of the word ethos.
that was beautiful.
That was beautiful.
I feel like you've made fun of me for using ethos one time.
No, that was beautiful.
All right, I used it right. That was the
You
right
used it-
context
not
for
that it wasn't
ethos.
right, but that was like perfect.
Okay, well that's good.
That turned me on. But go ahead.
The ethos of spec check here is to like I don't know. For me, I always think about it. I guess not always, but you know
about what?
Not,
we're
not just
looking
is
at
it.
it.
Not just is it cool, but like, does it make sense?
That's fair. That's fair.
Like, who sits down and specs a Chiron and just says make it all black?
Well, these are special editions, no?
Yeah, so I mean,
So
the
it's not
factory
really a
did it, I'm
spec
sure,
then.
or like
It's-
some artist spec'd it, or
somebody
something
did
weird like
something.
that.
Yeah, this like think about this as like the Lamborghini Murcielago with the why am I blanking right now? Help me out. Your thing, the
SV?
crossover. No, the Lambo, the Murcielago.
The Reventon? No.
No, the freaking collab between Lambo
Oh,
and
the Versace.
There, what is
Yeah.
it? That's on the Murcielago, right?
Yeah.
That's like
Sorry.
think of. What were you even going with that one?
I don't know. There's so many Murcielago options.
Okay, that's fair. Think about this being that.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, you wouldn't pick that spec off rip, but
That's like Manny Koshman's spec. Have
This
you seen
is-
have you seen the Hermes Bugatti?
I like it. Have you
I
seen
like-
his Jacob and Co. matching?
Yeah.
Dude,
But have you noticed the seats in his cars, the seats in that Bugatti don't have any stitching?
I actually haven't noticed that.
The seat back is just
Like plain.
smooth white leather.
It's clean.
I don't know if that's
'Cause
clean
Manny's
or if I
smooth
would
white
want the
leather.
stitching.
What I love about Manny is like he's the definition of like going full blown like car vibe. Like I'm here with this hat on, and like I'm a douche for wearing the fact that I went and got this hat. Manny's like I'm going all out. Like my it's a Hermes Bugatti, right? Or Jacob and Co.
Yeah.
It's a Hermes. He's like Hermes Bugatti, Jacob and Co. matching watch, and then I'm gonna color coordinate match
And then I'm gonna
every
get the
article on
Hermes-
my body to the car.
The Hermes belt with the Bugatti buckle.
That's hard. Like again,
And then he's got like the Hermes jacket.
I'm
that's
telling
the
you.
same leather
He's got
pattern
driving
as
gloves.
the trim.
But that's the whole point. Like, if you can have this, you deserve to be able to do that. Like, all credit and respect to him. Like, he, as much as he, like, other certain things he does is questionable, in my opinion, but that alone,
He's hilarious.
you earn it. You earn it. If you can have that car and you can get to the point where you'd be like, yeah, I'm getting a Hermes Bugatti. So what if I go out and buy a matching watch? Or I think it comes with the car.
It doesn't come with the car.
Jacob and Co.
No.
I'm not come with the car, but I'm pretty sure like
No, he paid.
it's somewhat included. Like they like
I think you're still paying $2 million.
No. You're paying. I'm not saying they're not paying $2 million, but like when he got the car from Bugatti, Jacob and Co was like, "All right, here is
we'll
your
make you the watch."
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Because Jacob and Co just doesn't spit out.
They're like, "Do you want the watch for $2.5 million?" And they're like, "Yeah, let's do it."
I don't even think it's a question. They're kind of like, "This is your watch. Give me $2.5 million."
Yeah.
Like they're not asking. They're like, "If you want this car, you need this."
They're like, "It's pretty much the same cost, but
Because Tate has one too.
worth
He's
it.
for his bronze one. He's got a matching bronze Jacob and Co. I think it's like a thing. Can somebody fact check me? Is Jacob Co and Bugatti, are they partnered in that sense, or is it completely separate and Jacob Co just riding the coattail
No,
of Bugatti?
it's partnered.
It's partnered. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So like
I'm
literally,
just saying they still have to. It doesn't come with the car.
okay,
They still got to
they don't
buy
price it in.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you go and buy a Chiron, they don't just give you the watch.
Oh, okay.
You still got to cough up $2 mil.
I don't know how many
watch.
people know this, but like there's a building in the city of Miami, like an apartment building. It's the Porsche Towers,
Yeah.
and literally the purchase of your condo comes with like a Porsche. It comes with a Porsche.
Really?
Yes. I forgot exactly what model. I think it's like Taycan, not a 911. Why am I blanking? The one on the 911.
Cayman?
A Cayman, a Taycan, or I think like even like a Cayenne, like regular SUV. So literally it comes with whatever, like there's levels of condos, like from penthouse to 3-bedroom, whatever. Depending on which one you buy, you also get a correlated Porsche price-wise.
Yeah.
Which is insane. But then again, it's the same type of thing. Like I'm pretty sure they're tied in.
Or like the Lambo yacht?
Dude, I like that Lambo yacht.
Have you looked at like the rooms?
No, I've only seen the driving POV, which I think is insane.
You've got to go look at the rooms.
What's crazy about it?
Like, I want to say the walls are Alcantara.
Really?
The walls of the room are Alcantara.
You wouldn't be able to handle being in there.
No.
You'd be like, like I don't even know what you like. You wouldn't be able to handle it.
Imagine being in an Alcantara room. Imagine a room designed after like the interior of a Lambo. Like that's what it is.
That'd be beautiful, dude. That'd be beautiful.
It's kind of wild.
I think our obsession with cars is gone too far. Like the fact that you and I would prefer, like I would like my master bedroom design to match my interior of my Lambo.
That's the cockpit of my Aventador.
Exactly. Rather than I want whatever market trend, whatever would have resale value when it comes to real estate. No, throw that out the window. I want a Lambo enthusiast to see my listing and go, that guy knew what he was doing.
I want Alcantara walls.
Literally.
We should start doing that in homes. Alcantara walls.
Is that an idea? Can we do that? Is that $1 million idea?
We can license it. We can license Alcantara. Patent the design.
Patent design. Oh my goodness. But it goes back to like the whole concept of like, see, like those cars we saw, in my opinion, that's like the direction that the whole car world is going, dude. Like the crazier, loud, nonsensical specs. Like I think that's just the way things are going.
Like where people just don't want to make sense of it.
Yeah. Like I feel like because there's so much history now, and we've been, not that there's like a lot, not saying that so much time has passed, but like there's so much consistency. If you look out the years with these colors, now it gets to a point where like people are just trying new things.
Yeah.
Like new, never done before is like the new trend.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, I've never seen that before.
Yeah. And
That's
it used
like
to be wrapping them, and now they're like, who needs a wrap?
Who
Just
needs a
paint
wrap?
it.
I mean, that's also part of the thing. I think the dealers are getting a little smarter, or the manufacturers are getting smarter, and they're like, we don't want to push the product and have people wrap them and like mess up the car, change the imagery of it. We were like, let's offer it and keep the money in-house.
Right. And let's also offer it and charge $20,000.
Exactly. Keep the money in-house. Like, don't let somebody else make for a wrap. I mean, probably any car you wrap is anywhere from between, depending on the car, $2,500 to like $5,000. $5,000 is on the higher side. I think they get higher than that, but you get my point.
They do get higher than that.
There's paint jobs that are like $25,000, $20,000.
Yeah.
Because if you're buying that car and you're speccing it out, an extra 20.
Yeah, if it's gonna be painted that
That's
way,
why
why
people
not?
wrap. People, have you ever noticed when you get up that high, people wrap cars like it's nothing?
Yeah.
But think about having 2 or 3 different wraps a year.
People
That's
really
insane.
do that. I mean, that's the YouTube way.
That's what I'm saying. That's the YouTube trendy.
You always gotta have something
way.
new.
You always have to have something new. So like people, that whole thing about wraps and everything is growing, and why it's gaining so much popularity, because that's the new trend. That's what people like. They want to see new stuff. They want to see stuff that never has. They want to see wild, crazy. What am I looking at?
And you can do something crazy
On a crazy car.
Yeah.
Why not?
You don't have to buy the craziest spec. You can buy just a base spec and then go get it wrapped. Something
It's
crazy.
changed the way that I buy cars.
Yeah.
Like, or at least not how I buy cars. That was an aggressive one. But like how I view like the car market.
Yeah.
Like before I was like, all right, let me get the couple of things that I want specifically, color, maybe interior packages. Now I'm like, all right, what's the cheapest price? What does that look like? Let me see it right in that range. Like like if I see a brown, like I was looking when I was trying to get my Corvette initially, I was looking at the market, and like I even saw like a brown one, whatever color that GM calls that.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's fine, I can wrap it. Like that was my mentality. Instead of being like, ugh, I looked at it and I go, it's fine, I'll just wrap it.
Yeah, just wrap it.
That ability alone changes the way the car market works. Mm-hmm. Solely.
And when you're in the social media world, like us, You have
Shout
to be
out.
ready. You have to be ready to just wrap it.
You have to.
In
You gotta be
something
ready.
crazy, 'cause
You
you
have to be
gotta-
ready to do
all
crazy
for the
stuff.
content.
Literally, it's all for the gram. That's literally all that it is.
We're here for the content. We got together, said our conversations are interesting, so let's record them.
Let's record them
for the people.
Yes, exactly.
And some people will like it, and some people won't be for them. And they'll just comment mean things on our.
But we're
posts.
still going to be here trying our best to give you guys information, update on news, and our opinions on everything.
Here's my message to anyone that says they shouldn't let just anyone start a podcast these days.
Let's hear it.
What are you doing?
My thing is like, it is what it is. And like, I love when people like engage with our stuff because honestly,
Yeah, I don't care.
I love it. I love
You
it.
comment, that boosts our engagement.
The algorithm.
So thanks. Comment all you want. It's just like you're gonna come in and hate on us for starting a podcast. What are you doing?
Exactly. My biggest thing, and this is like not to be even talk specifically to anybody who's watching this. This is as a human race, okay? The entire human race, okay? When you look at things, like, or you look at things on, like, for example, if you have goals and you're going somewhere, you're on a direction, you're on a path. If you view people and things above you, like, for example, if you're driving a certain car and you want to get a better car, if you view that from an envious point of view, you will never ever amount to that level. Mm-hmm. The envy keeps you down. It keeps you at the same spot. You have to rewire the way your brain works. And when you look at somebody, like, for example, when I was starting after college, trying to figure out, okay, what am I going to do? How am I going to do? Because we've been talking about Lambos since we were, when we first met, way before, like, what, 2017?
Yeah.
We've been talking about that long. We were in college.
Yeah. Talking about Lambos.
You know what I mean? So I was get here or get to whatever level you want to consider it, regardless. So I was like, how do I get there? I would see people with those cars, and instead of going, damn, he's got that car, I don't, like, that sucks, like, screw that guy. No. You got to think of it
Wrong
as
mindset.
Wrong mindset. How does he have that car? What is he doing to get that car? By hook, by crook, whatever he has it. I don't hate him for that. I need to become him and become whatever mindset. However he's there, I have to figure out how to get there too. And that's the rewiring. And that's nothing to do with saying people in our comments or whatever it is. That's the human race.
Yeah.
That's the thing that separates people. Looking at things from a hate perspective versus looking at things from a being happy for other people.
And this is what I'll say.
Hit me.
I watched a lot more Netflix and played a lot more video games before starting this podcast. And I enjoy watching Netflix and I enjoy playing video games.
Absolutely.
And I spend a lot of time editing the videos, making the reels, all that stuff. But it's so much more fun and like rewarding and fulfilling to be creating something.
Yes.
Even if 40 people are watching it right now, it doesn't even really matter.
It doesn't.
I am creating something and putting it out there. And if people watch it, great. And if they don't, who cares?
So I'm saying, especially coming from a genuine like point and like purpose and everything. Just think about the experiences you and I have been able to create for ourselves because we're putting both of our efforts in this to a common goal.
Yeah.
Like think about it. Like you got to drive my Ferrari for the first time. Like you got to reach the supercar level. The only way that happened was because of us doing this.
Yeah.
Like I've been trying to push for that car, but like when we started this podcast, I was like, you need to step your game up, dude. Like again, rework your mind.
Yeah.
It's a consistent, if you want to get to the next level in life, the old you, whether you like it or not, you think you're a great person, you think you're the best thing in the world, has to die. People from like for example, like I don't want to talk too deep into like the personal side of things too, but like people who know me and have seen me like 4 or 5 years ago to now, who haven't actually had interactions with me anymore, I'm nothing like that old person. That old me is dead. Like I'm a completely different person because I had to be. I had to rework the way that I thought about money, friends, life, business. I had to rework everything because I didn't know anything. Mm-hmm. That old me is done. So like that whole thing, people looking at it and people being like, oh, I don't want, why would somebody, like even talking about splitting payments on a Lambo. I would never do that. You're not going to have a Lambo. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People splitting payments, whether people like it or not, that they're splitting it or don't want to believe they're splitting it. The one difference is, regardless, they're in that Lambo and you're not.
Tough pill to swallow.
Tough pill to swallow.
Yeah, people are doing it, and they're
Don't
driving
hate
Lambos.
don't hate the player, hate the game.
Yeah, exactly. But at the end of the day, the love for cars never ended,
Never ended.
and that's why we're here. Like we literally made this podcast because we were having these conversations,
Regardless.
and we were like, Why not put it out there?
That's what I'm saying.
See what happens.
Yeah.
Because it's fun. I enjoy sitting down and doing this every week.
Absolutely.
So if you want to hate me for that, for chasing my passion, it's so funny. Everyone's like, do something you're passionate about. Go do something you love. And then you
Right.
do something you love. And then people on the internet are like, what a loser. I ask again, what are you doing?
That's what I'm saying, man.
I'm doing what I love. So hate me for it.
Exactly.
Hate me for it.
I think this is a great cap to the episode. We should have done a mic drop right now.
Mic drop.
Mic
Just
drop.
Just
cut it
the
right here.
episode.
Just black. Boom.
The end of the episode.